This is why I said anti-Semitism does not exist. So the reason when anyone has a comment to say about Jews, it's typically negative, at least today, is because of this censorship that you can't even inquire about anything without being called an anti-this or an anti-that. You can't even inquire about anything without being called an anti-this or an anti-that. You know, they write you off. That builds resentment. So what happens is that they'll start a live, they'll come up on a live and just blow up and seem so unreasonable. But really, at the end of the day, whose fault is it? Whenever, from an academic perspective, they want to have a dialogue, they get called a name. If they even say something against George Soros, they get called a name, right? Anti-Semite this, anti-Semite that. That's the worst thing we should do. We should have people who are able to respond, and I'm not saying it's me, okay? Give a proper response with historical sources like you just gave, right? And that will calm their anger. But whenever you just write people off, it makes things worse. This is why I said anti-Semitism does not exist, okay? What exists is Jewish dislike, Christian dislike, Muslim dislike with reasons. It could be wrong reasons, but whenever you call it something, it means that you never have to hear the other person explain why they dislike you, because who wants a dialogue with a Yahtzee? Or who wants a dialogue with the anti-this, right? You know, so this is why we have to stop using that word, because it just means that our kids are going to have to fight this war later. We fight it today.